Hello and welcome to another Flip Flap Origami toy review, and today we're going to be taking a look at 4 different Flip Flap Origami, you guessed it, Flapping Bird toys. And you initially thought the Flapping Bird toy range was going to be discontinued after I reviewed one of the last Flip Flap products I reviewed, and it was the Grey Wagtail Flock 5-pack, which had a little chick and an egg. You know, it was like 2 box units, paper boxes as, you know, a little egg, and it was like 12 wagtails. It was like a pied wagtail 12-pack. But this time, we've got a couple of Bird Family products. One of them is a Flip Flap Origami Pets item. This £6.50 item is a common Hill Myna Bird Family 5-pack. And yes, I've heard of these birds before. £7, this one here, little Egret Family with chick figure trio 5-pack. And it comes with only just a trio of chicks. There's only 3 of them and 2 flapping birds, but there's no box unit as nest. For little, you know, birds in a sense, toy birds, and not real ones, of course. And we've got this product here being the Javan Sparrow Small Flock 5-pack. Java being a small island in Indonesia and not Japan. Remembering not to confuse everyone else. But this product here sells for £7.50, and Javan Sparrows are actually finches and not sparrows. Most importantly, they've got the little red dot, as always, as per usual, as I'm making this video, because they're made because of the coronavirus pandemic. And we've got a very expensive beast here, £21.95. The Crested Green Egret Stork Courtshipping Rat Meal Chain 5-pack. And all of these toys here are from generation 113. Isn't 13 an unlucky number? We'll find out. Here's a look at the back of each product here, and each packaging has got some beautiful pieces of artwork. Mind you, the little Egret and the Hill Myna product look a bit bland because there's plenty of white on them, but I've got to tell you guys, these products look fantastic. The artwork really is very interesting for the fact it really is an eye-catching sort of picture, I'd say. Just like any other picture. And this one here is like, oh my goodness me. This is like an illustration of what it looks like to be a mummy of a miner scolding at a miner chick stealing a piece of banana. Looks very weird. I'm not going to read, you know, the speech bubbles and that blah blah because I just don't know. But we'll just find out once we get all these products unpacked. And mind you, there's quite a lot of interesting drama here. Look at this here. Yeah, looks like one of the characters from Legend of Zelda, right? And as you can see there, it says you can call me Ezlo. Oops, I should have never read that one before, eh? Isn't Ezlo like the characters from Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap? I've actually heard of that video game series before, Legend of Zelda. It's a very popular franchise. And this one here, these Javan Sparrows, they look quite interesting. They look quite cute, but mind you, their beaks, I think they're very similar to the other finch-billed birds. Remember I did the green finches in the previous video? That was quite nice. And then we've got little egrets. Looks like this little egret is doing a bit of a back leg stretch. I actually said stretch, not stretch. But anyways, let me just go and get these products unpacked. What I did recently during quarantine was I've actually been watching a whole bunch of YouTube poop videos. And it's interesting because I've actually heard of YouTube poop before, and mind you, these videos were part of the gold of what YouTube was used to be. Sadly, YouTube is no longer like this, because I know the YouTube of today is totally different to what we ever, you know, expected to when we were as little kids, or maybe people who have first joined on YouTube since 2005 or 2006 may remember the good old days of what we all know and love about the YouTube that we love versus the YouTube that we all hate. I think we've got all 5 items in here. Let's get the little egrets out, as always, as per usual. Oh my goodness me. And it's quite interesting, when I watched a whole bunch of YouTube videos, I think the characters are mainly like, you know, Mario, Sonic, and Legend of Zelda. And mind you, that was like one of the best things I did during quarantine, having a huge laugh. Well, okay, before this phone starts to cook up here, this is what we have. We've got little Hill Mynas. All we can see here is got some beautiful chicks there. Strangely enough, I don't know if they can stand that well, of course. There's a little banana that comes with the set as well. You get these beautiful myna birds though. These are Hill Mynas. They've got these beautiful purpley, greeny, dark green sort of gloss onto them, of course. And they look quite nice and tropical looking as well, because they're from tropical or subtropical Asia. And these ones there, the little egrets, they come with 3 baby chicks because female little egrets tend to lay 3 eggs. Mind you, that female little egret's got a bit of an error there. There's a little bit of sloppiness there. Can you see there's a little black line there, which I think is a bit too sloppy, but nevertheless, looks okay. We've got some Javan sparrows here. One of them hasn't got its eyes detailed, which is very strange. But they've got this sort of beautiful looking pinkish, reddish pattern on the beak there. Looks lovely, doesn't it? And then we've got these, 2 storks. And they've got heads that remind me of Ezlo from Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap. As you can see, they've got this beautiful crest on them. Which, once again, as I would say again, sorry Nintendo, but mind you, it's got this beautiful looking Ezlo-like crest that you see on Legend of Zelda. And mind you, I'm actually starting to get into a Legend of Zelda. I haven't played the games though, but I do know the characters, but I haven't got that much interest into it though, but I'm starting to get into it though. And luckily enough, these big green birds, they're all plain green, except for the fact the most special part is their crest. You've got a couple of rats there, which is quite nice, to this very interesting set. And it also comes with a little pair as well, which is very, very nice. And I'll show you the birds running in action. Well, with the Hill Myna chicks looking like their adults, of course, or looking like their parents, as we would normally call them. There's the little banana that comes with the set. This is what we have. This is like a female Hill Myna bird. And the reason why it's female is because if I get the camera to focus here, I'm pretty sure you can probably see these beautiful eyelashes. And it's got this fantastic flame pattern on the beak though. You know, red, orange and yellow. And it's got a very interesting yellow sort of head. You know what I actually think of? I think there's one word here which I actually tend to know of because I'm a bit of a bird watcher. I'm actually an all-time bird watcher, and because of the pandemic I can't do that now. I'm pretty sure some people call these supercilians. I'm not quite sure, but that's what it is though. That's the male. They've all got names, but they just both say Hill Myna, and there's nothing related to, you know, into which gender it is though. But they look fantastic. They look sort of, you know, kind of cute and, you know, very tropical looking because these birds originate from Asia, you know, tropical and subtropical Asia. And mind you, the colours look glossy as well, even though they look black in reality. Let's take a look at the little egrets. Well, here's the little egrets there. I have to move these products away to this side here because I need to get the birds a good glimpse. And not only that, it's also making a much better progress. I'm making my toy views a lot more precise, but also quick at the same time. Little egret is just plain white, but yes, it's got a beautiful black beak, and it's got a beautiful yellow eye. In fact, a big yellow eye, actually. And it's got a very beautiful pattern of black and yellow on the feet, which looks very, very, well, semi-realistic. And the chicks, well, they look very, very similar to their adults, but they're, well, yes, they're just chicks. Well, they look pretty adult-like in a sense, but I'd probably say they probably may look like, you know, actual adult little egrets, but I call them chicks because I'm pretty sure the reason why they're chicks is because their tails look roughed. And mind you, when you see a baby little egret, mind you, you may be able to start to see, you know, their feathers a lot more roughed than you would obviously see on a very neat looking adult. And I should actually show you, oh sorry about that one, eh? Oh, bad bird, stop being cruel to your, you know, your chicks and stuff. I should have showed you the female one, eh? Because, once again, looks very, very nice. And she looks pretty interesting, even though she just kicked one of that chicks. Stop being cruel! Stupid bird. Well, let's move on to the Javan Sparrows 5-pack. In fact, my hands and fingers are dirty as I'm making this video because I'm actually doing another flip-flap origami Flapping Birds product at the moment there, and I think I'm doing goldfinches. But anyways, let's take a look at the Javan Sparrows, which are in a similar build to the goldfinches. I might do in a separate video. Yeah, this one here hasn't got any black eye detailing on the lines though. It looks very, very nice. And the detailing looks same for the rest, except for the eye, of course. For what I can work out, Javan sparrows are actually not sparrows. They're actually finches. They're not true sparrows, but they're finches, as I'm saying it twice. And they're also endangered because of pet trade, which is the very saddest truth. I don't know what I'm saying, but these birds used to be vulnerable, but they're now endangered, according to the IUCN. Oh wow, got these beautiful, cute-looking expressions on the beak and the face, and yes, it looks very interesting indeed. In fact, it's got the same colour, the same tail colour you would find on a goldfinch. Very interesting, and they're so cute, and they look pretty nice. I think this is what they look like. This is the sort of colour that you'd find on a wild Javan sparrow, and they are one of the most endangered of all pet birds. I've actually heard of these birds, but I'm not sure if I've seen one in captivity. I don't think I've seen any wild ones because I haven't been to the island of Java, Indonesia, but they look quite cute. Very, very cute indeed. Anyways, let's move on to our last product. Finally, but by no means least, I'm going to basically take these rats away though, and just push them aside, or take them aside, because I've already had a look at these. The pair is pretty accurate though. It looks pretty much close to than any other pair. Probably a Williams pair by the looks of it though, because of its shape and design. And yes, it obviously looks like that. This section here must have been stuck in or glued. I'm not quite sure, but it looks quite nice actually. But we're going to take a look at the green stalks though. And mind you, the phone is boiling though, because mind you, if I left that phone too hot, I just don't think it will work. But oh, I've just actually flapped. Where can I show you the wings though? Let me just show you a much better, a much greater position so I can show you how it flaps. You know what's funny? I'm actually having trouble to get the birds flapping that well though, and I dare say the bigger the birds, I think the harder that they will flap for. I'm just gonna put this section there. Just look perfect. This is the female because it's a she and she's got eyelashes though. And once again, I did talk about the male. Let's give him a bit of a flap. Otherwise, the flapping will never be seen as a signature on my flip flap toy reviews though. Oh, there you go. Looks very, very cool, doesn't it? Very cool. In fact, both of these birds look very, very nice. And I think it's the best that I can do. It's literally the best I could literally just do, as I could say. Well, with the phone starting to cook up again, if you enjoyed this video, please give this video a like. And I know this sounds quite annoying sometimes, because I know there'll be a whole bunch of people who would love to refuse, the way I tend to persuade people who come onto my YouTube channel and blah blah. That's what it is. And if you feel free to subscribe to my channel, please do. And that's what it is though. Mind you, I might be taking a look at a whole bunch of toys like this, but I might probably also have a look at some other things that relate into, well, let's just say Legend of Zelda. That will be a very great looking franchise to cover for, because I'm actually not that familiar with Legend of Zelda, but because of YouTube poop, I should start doing it now. Well, I better leave this video here. I hope you have been very, very safe though, and I know the stay alert thing has gone extremely too controversial and confusing at the same time. Please stay at home, and please follow the rules. I know the stay alert thing in England is just so bizarrely, well, let's just say, so confusing at times. Just please, just ignore it. Anyways, just have fun, stay safe, and as always, thank you for watching, and enjoy watching YouTube poop videos as I do. Bye. What is you're saying? You initially thought it was the end of the video, eh? Oh, haha, fooled you, eh? I'm just going to repack these birds. And as you're saying, if you're watching YouTube poop videos, when there's smoke, they pinch back. That's what Mario said in the frickin' CDI game that no one really wants to talk about. But on YouTube poop, just do it, because it's a whole bunch of fun during quarantine. Good luck. And once again, bye for now. Bye. I said it so many times, and I'm doing a fifth bye. And a sixth bye.